Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. Welcome to my page. Today we're going to be doing two projects and we're going to be doing the layered flowers. And I'll show you the two different ones that I picked. I didn't cut them all to craft them, but I do have two of them that we're going to do today. So I picked my colors and I'm going to use the same colors I think on both of them, and we'll see how it goes. So let's see, pull this up. Here I am. Hello everyone, welcome. All right, let me send my little message to everybody to craft with me. All right, paste, send, done. Okay, let's go back to Facebook. Hello everyone, welcome. Happy Wednesday. All right, so I have literally been gluing stuff since I got here this morning, and I just got done. I have this, is it this one? Maybe it's not this one. It's another basket. I have another basket of some that are not in the shop yet, but I got quite a bit done today. So I'm very excited. So today we're going to do the flowers, the layered flowers. Perfect for spring or summer. Great little craft. Hello everyone. I know. Yeah, tomorrow we're doing the crafty crate, and this is actually what we're crafting tomorrow. This is our subscription box for this month. It's so super cute. I cannot wait to do this one. But today we're going to do these flowers. We're going to do these kits here. So let me flip my camera and show you. I am not using the overhead camera. I have still not mastered it. So we're just going to continue to use my phone until I figure it out. And let me zoom in. I will have to resituate this thing. All right. Let's see. So, oh, let me unplug my phone and wrap it around this thing really quick so that it's not in my face. Let me plug my phone back in. Alrighty, so this is what we're going to do today. Surely y'all can see that, right? Yes, you guys can see. All right, there's two of them. And these are the colors I plan to use. I feel like I picked some really good colors. And we're going to figure out how it's going to turn out. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Okay. So these are the layered kits. There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of pieces to them. And let me just show you what the parts look like. So this one has this little piece for the little centers here. And then we have this flower, we have our stand, and then you have the front, and then you have your middles that have the little piece that goes in the stand, like this. So those go in the middle. So these two go in the middle, and you can layer them however you want to. There's no rules on how to layer them. And then you have your back piece. You know this is the back because this one's the front. So you just put them together, make sure you glue them to where they're going to be flush with each other. And then you put on your front, and then it's layered. And so all the little things we paint in the middle are just going to shine through when we get this glued together. So that is the cup with the flower on it. That is this one. And then let me show you the, I think this is called the crate or the box or the basket. I don't even know exactly what Michelle called these, but they're super cute. And then this one is obviously the front. It doesn't have anything with it. And this piece goes over the front. Then this one is shorter. Okay, this one's shorter, like as in the front. And it doesn't have a tab, so it goes in front of the tab pieces. You wouldn't put them in the back and put two tabs in the front. You would put them like this. So you're going to have your no tab, 2 tabs, no tab, and then your front cover piece. Okay, so this is your back. This is a middle. And I thought this one looked best in front of all of these. But if you wanted to, you can stick it towards the back. It's up to you. Like you can mix and match the 2 middles. I thought I liked it like this in the front, and then the flowers over that. I thought that was kind of cute. So this is this one, and then these little overlay pieces go on the front of these flowers. So each of them are different. They each have different pieces, and they all have a stand that you will use for them. Oh, let's see. Do you glue all of your blanks for photos, and then what do you do with them? Do you throw them away? Donna, let me show you. Let me take you on a magic carpet ride. Let me show you. I store them in containers. I glue them all together. This is what I've done just this week. So all of these get glued together, and then we store them in containers, like clear totes. And then my goal this year was to take all of these that are glued together and do whatnot sales, like auction them off, started at $1 and just move through. You can still paint these even though they are glued together. You might just have to be a little more careful with them, but it's cheaper to get them like this than in pieces because these are just the demos. But yeah, so what do I do with all of them? We don't throw them away. We store them. So I have countless containers filled with blanks that have been glued together. It's a little insane. Yeah. So what do I do with them? They go into a container after I glue them, and we sort them by season. Alrighty. Yeah, we're thinking, okay, I keep storing all these. We probably need to figure out what to do with them. So I think we're going to try, after I come back from Mastermind, to do some whatnot sales. We're going to see how that goes. Alrighty. So let's get started, shall we? You're going to need a plate or 2 or whatever. Some makeup sponges or brushes. It's completely up to you what you want to use. Oh, I'm a little crooked at the bottom. That would drive me crazy. Like, that would just drive me a little insane. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, that's better. Yes, so from the inception of our craft kits for like 5-6 years, I have always test cut them, glued them for photos, and then that allows me to also figure out where are the errors, what needs fixed, and then I can take pictures that are blank and not just pieces laid out. I try to give people inspiration even with the photo. Like, I set it up and I put a little plant and I take a cute picture and I just show them what it looks like. So, all right. So here is, let's start with this one. I really like this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And so my colors, let me go through them. I have 2 blues because I'm going to use 2 blues on this one. We're going to do the inside a different color blue than the outside. And then we're going to do our little trim piece also on our little container. And let me zoom in a little bit more so that you guys can see a little, not so far away. All right, I think that's better. All right, so the 2 blues I picked are Colonial Blue and Williamsburg Blue. And besides Navy Blue, I love these 2 blues. I'm there, it's everything. All right, I got 2 purples. I have Wild Orchid and I have Purple Petal. Now, I might change my purples depending on how this goes. We'll see, but I did pick these 2 because I thought they were fun. So Wild Orchid and Purple Petal. So there's those 2. And then I have these 2 here. This one is Yellow Ochre and French Mauve. Thought these were really pretty. And then I went with bleach sand for this as my white color. And then I have 3 greens because we have a lot of greenery happening in these little, you know, layered flower containers. So I thought, okay, let's do some different colors of green. So I did light avocado, avocado toast, and then I also have avocado. And so this is the colors, and I might add in another green as I do this, but for right now, these are the colors that I've selected just in like my brainstorming of like what colors do I want to use. So that's what I picked. Alrighty, so we're gonna start and we're gonna go back to front. So we're gonna do our back. We don't have to paint this. We just need to worry about the top half, okay? And then we'll do the next layer. We just have to worry about the top, and then so on and so forth, okay? And then we'll do that one next. So I'm gonna use a makeup sponge and some paintbrushes for this. And I'm gonna go ahead and base coat everything. Actually, let's use a brush for this. Let me use a brush. Let me go dump out my orange water so that I can have clean water because I don't want to have orange water. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to go clean out my water. Okay. And I just spray Dawn Power Wash. I take this part off. I leave the bottom on. I just take this part off, and then I just spray some Dawn Power Wash in there, and I use another paintbrush, like a chip brush that's older, and I just brush the inside of it, and then I dump it out, and then I brush it again, and then I dump it out. And then I will pull this whole bottom off and really clean it occasionally. It gets pretty yucky in there, but it is what it is. All right, so let's use a paintbrush for this. Let me see, which one do I want to use? Let's go with you know what I need? I need some round brushes. I need some more round brushes like this one. I need some like that. But I only have that one left, so I don't really remember where I got it from. So let's go with, let me check in my drawer. Have any in there. All right, so I'm gonna pull this one, and then I went ahead and just got this one. All right, so we're gonna do green. So we're gonna use this one for the greens. Let's go ahead, and I'm just gonna probably use what's in the lid before I go dumping these on the plate. Probably shouldn't do that. You know, I have no strength in my left arm. Let's get our avocado. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing great. All right. So I've got me this brush right here. It is number 3 round. Hello, hello. So I'm going to do this purple. I'm going to do some of these little bits purple, and I'm going to do some of the things green. So our back layer is going to have the 2 purples. Even though this one is more like a lavender stalk, I'm going to go ahead and make up my mind that I get to decide what colors are what. And I'm going to do purples in different shades with the greens on the back layer. So let's do some green here. Let's do a darker green. Right there. And then let's do the other 2, a different color. Hello, Jen. Hello, everybody. Have y'all seen the weather situation happening? Like, I guess I am completely out of the loop. Is there round brushes in the ones you sell? Probably, but I don't want to go and look. I have all of these brushes. Let me show you my little brush. This is my brush situation. And I'm like, can I use what I have? I have a lot. I really want more of this larger size. So I'm going to start looking for a few of those because I have a lot of flat brushes. I have a lot of small, like smaller type of brushes. But I want some not so fluffy like this one, but more firm like this one. And I need to figure out, this is a 12 round, so I'm going to try to look for some of those. Yeah, listen, use what you got before I open anything else. All right, so let's do this one, this lighter green. And we're going to do all the way up the edges of this. And then we'll come back and add our purple. Let me get my glasses on, y'all. Virginia is getting hit with snow and freezing rains from this weekend. You're supposed to get snow on Sunday. You needed a bunch of new brushes. Well, I don't need a bunch of new brushes. I need a bunch of a select type of brush. That's what I need. I need a specific kind of brush. All right, so there's that. Now let's clean that out and let's go to the next one. It's going to be quite a storm. Well, I'm supposed to go to Mastermind. Me and April are supposed to leave on Sunday and travel from Georgia. And we go through Florida. And we take like, I think it's I-10. And then we go through like New Orleans and the god-awful tunnel that they have. And we're going to St. Charles. I think it's St. Charles, Louisiana. We're getting freezing rain here in coastal northeast North Carolina. We don't have anything happening here yet. It's supposed to be wind chill of -48 on Friday. -48? Julie, where are you? Holy cow. That's like, should be like a crime to be that cold. I think I should have painted that green, but I'm just gonna let it be. So now we're gonna pick our purples and we're gonna do some different purples. I have been asked to tell you that Connie is not on because she lost her father earlier this month. Oh, she hopes to get back soon. Well, I hope that we see Connie again, and y'all just think about Connie and her loss, because you know that has got to be very difficult. Oh, Minnesota? Well, guess what, Julie? I'm not coming to you. Not coming to your parts. It was -9 when you left this. Y'all, we don't usually get negative temperatures where I'm at. Now, in Indiana, when I lived in Indiana, we did. We got some nasty negativity. Yucky, yucky, yucky. All right, so these two, let me get a different purple. I want to get just a deeper shade. All right. Let's see. Let's see. There is that's lavender. Purple Rain. I'm going to do that one. One that is these to be kind of like wildflowers. All right. So let's get our purple. This is Purple Rain. All right, same brush, and I'm going to go in with the darker purple over this first. And I'm just dabbing it on, kind of messy painting, not really being very particular. I'm going to sand this, so it'll be okay. But I'm just kind of dabbing this on. And then I'm going to go to the lighter purple, which is, this one is Wild Orchid. And I'm going to come over the top of this one and just bounce that lighter color over the top of that darker color. And I'm going to clean out my brush, and then I'm going to come in and get this color here, which is, I've already forgot, Purple Petal. And I'm going to dab, 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 and then I'm going to go over the top of that, just like that. Let me zoom in and show you what I did. Actually, let me not zoom in. Let me see if I can move my, let's see, there we go. That's how I did it. I layered all the 3 colors. All right, now we're going to do rest of these. Okay, so let's come in to these 3 here. And I'm going to probably do them like lavender, even though it's not lavender, just because I think that's going to be really pretty. So we've got a dark purple. Let's do a dark purple here. So cute, right? I think it's cute too. Yes. And then let's do a dark purple over here. All right, let's give it a little bit more. And I'm going to clean out my brush. Sitting in line. Where are you at? Dutch Bros, waiting on your coffee. I've never had Dutch Bros coffee. All right, we did this one next. That was a little too much paint on my brush. But I know lavender does not look like this, but we're just making this up. We are just doing what we want. We are the boss of our own craft. We do not need permission to make up our own flowers. We can do what we want. All right, let's go into the lighter color. And then I'm just going to go back over the top, just like that. Layering our colors. just like so. Now, you could do these like little leaves. You could do them little buds, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do like little buds. So we're going to go into this color and we're going to do little light colored buds. I mean, what stage of flower are they in? We don't know. They're just in a stage of growth. And let's do this little light one over here. This one right there that's kind of popping up. And let's come over here and do this one. And then let's do these two. All right, and then we're gonna come back with the other color. Aren't they pretty? I think they're just really beautiful. All right, let's do this one, which is, again, purple petal. And we're gonna do a lighter shade for these. And this is going to be our back layer of our little bouquet of flowers and a little container. And let's come over here and do this one. It was a great color choices. And if you hadn't thought about doing something like this, now you have some inspiration and a little bit of a visual of like how is it going to look if I do something. Could add a second coat over here. And right there. I missed a couple spots. Okay, so our back layer is done and we're gonna let this dry and we'll come and we will sand this. And I just did these little top pieces in a little pattern. It's just, it is what it is. All right, the next layer is going to be this one. So this one, I wanna focus on the greens and I'm gonna look at this one and see where are these shades of green, and I'm gonna change it up over here. So we're gonna do a vibrant green. That's gonna be this one here, which is avocado toast. And I think I'm going to also just stick with my paintbrush for right now. All right, so let's do avocado toast. All of this one, and then we're gonna do a darker green over here. I will say the avocado toast is going to need 2 coats because for whatever reason, it's just not covering the greatest. Maybe it's because I'm pulling it out of the lid instead of the bottle. Now with these greens, you can add different shades and you can mix and match. Like you could layer another color over the top of this one. All right, while that's drying, let's come over here and do this side. And I think what I'm gonna do is this color here. All right, so we're gonna do this one. I'm just gonna go all the way down middle, and then we're just gonna go up each one of these little stalks. I have a feeling my edges are going to look kind of atrocious. The colors are pretty. Well, thank you. I can't wait to see how it all comes together in our little blue container. I'm hoping that it's going to be precious. This would make a really awesome gift idea for someone. if you do, if you teach classes or workshops, this would make a great craft night, a workshop. All right, we'll come back to this. Let's go back to our avocado toast. And then we'll lay these over each other to see kind of where we're at. Just going to do like a light coat. I'm tired today. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. I was still up at 4 o'clock this morning. Long day. And I think I missed a spot right here where I think that might be a leaf. So let me grab my light avocado just in case I'm wrong or right. Go over that. And I'm going to sand this, so it is going to look a little bit different once I'm done. So quiet in here. I think she forgot that she left the oven on. Okay, let's try it. Let's grab our back piece. Let's lay it over the top of this. So this is what we have so far. I think you can kind of see through all the little things. Okay, cute. All right, so we got that one. That one is done. Let's do the next one, which is these two. So I'm gonna grab my pieces and I'm going to lay this over the top and I'm going to see how I want to do this. So I think I want to incorporate this lighter color still over here and then bring the lighter color over to this side as well. So let's do avocado toast on both of these. Do you know how long acrylic paint lasts or how long you should keep it? Is there an expiration date? I have no idea. I have craft paint, like acrylic paint that I've had for like 5 years. I'm sure that there is a shelf life to it. Do I know what that is? No. I will say that if you have paint in particular and you're concerned of the shelf life, I would reach out to the manufacturer and send them a message. I'm sure they have customer service. Like email them and say, hey, what is the shelf life of your product? Like our resin is on the shelf life of our resin is a year. I think I have to double check. Yeah. Also, if you keep it sealed, supposedly it can last for a really long time. If you leave your bottles open like I do, I think that the lifespan is shorter. If it starts to smell yucky, you have some that's over 15. Ooh, that's a record right there. I don't think I have any paint that's 15 years old. All right, let's dry this and do our second coat. 8 to 10 years. Oh my goodness. Y'all are like, I'm getting my money's worth. Yes, chalk paint on the other hand gets a rinse. That does, yeah. I can speak from experience on that one. That is absolutely true. 100%. I used to sell chalk paint, and some of those paints, after about 3 months, the shelf life is just not. It's not long. It's just not. Just looked it up and it says it doesn't have an expiration date. It depends on the way that you store it. I also thought that same thing. How you store it, how you use it, all the things. Y'all, I have left 2 days my paint's open like this before. And so I am not a good example setter by no means. Not at all. Who just commented that? Melissa Boone. I just finished my first kit. It's not perfect, but it's a start. I need a lot more practice painting. You know what, girl? First of all, congratulations, Melissa. Do you know how hard it is to start something that you have never done before? And like, that's brave. Okay. Number two, you have a whole wealth of information now like in your crafty bag. And the more you do, the more you practice, all the things. I am so proud of you. And I cannot wait to see what you have created. This is how the layers look so far. By the way, Melissa, I am super messy painting right now. Sometimes it's just okay. All right, now for this one, we're going to do the darker green on this. So we have a little bit of difference in our shades, okay? So we're going to go into the dark green. We're going to come right in with that. You're liking what you're seeing? Well, good. I told you I was going to do these last week, and I've been so busy. You have another order coming today, come Monday, weather permitting. Well, I pray that the weather allows. Also, Melissa, practice on something like, I always tell people, like, practice on something that is like thrifted, or the back of something, or cardboard. Practice on a canvas. Get you an empty cereal box. Girl, if you have not seen my cereal box crafts that I've done, you can paint just about anything in practice. There is no limit to what you can do. Trust me. But practice makes progress. And progress is experience. And I'm really excited for you. But there's a lot of people who in the past few years, they will order our kits. They have every intention of doing it. It's their first time, and they get it all out, and they're like, they don't do it. Luann, it's only supposed to be 6 here on Saturday. Well, I believe Julie has you beat. Julie says it's going to be -48 where she's at. She's basically in the Arctic. But it's actually Minnesota. So, you know. The cereal box stuff, yes, absolutely. All right, so this is going to go over the top of this, and we're going to paint on the inside of our flowers, and then we're going to do a little yellow on the top of our buds with this. So we're going to use bleach sand. Hello, another Melissa. We got 2 Melissas. Hello, everyone. I really planned on coming on here after lunch, but I didn't eat lunch until 2 o'clock. I got here and I immediately started gluing stuff together. Y'all, I can't get this open. Hold on. Hold, please. Let me find my little pliers. Oh my goodness. Can I get it open? Oh gosh. All right, I got it. Okay, I gotta dig all that out of there. Oh gosh. just get that out of the lid. Alrighty, so we're going to do, let's sand that little spot right there. Double check myself. That's better. Alright, this one good. Yeah, that one's good. All right, we're going to paint the insides of these white with our paintbrush. Sorry, I had to check my phone. Oh, my phone's really hot. Let's see what my battery is. My battery's full. I'm going to unplug my phone. Sometimes when it's hooked to the charger, it heats up my phone. All right, bleach sand, that's what this is. We're just gonna do the inside. And that is a full piece, so we don't have to worry about that. And we're gonna do this side over here. Let's do this one. I thought the white in the front would be really pretty. All right. Getting close. All right, then we're going to paint these white. And we're going to add a little bit of yellow to the top. Hello, hello. Your husband works in Alaska, 3 weeks there and 3 weeks home. It's been negative temperatures for a while. You know, I know that people like the winter activities, but I just don't. I'm not made for winter. I'm not. If I can avoid it at all costs, if I want to see winter, I'll go to Google. I will just go look up pictures of winter areas with beautiful snow, and I'll admire it from the warmth of my home. I do not like winter. I don't like the darkness of it. I don't like the coldness of it. I don't like none of it. I'm a spring and summer type of girl. All right, let's see here. How are we looking? And we'll add our yellow. All right, this is yellow ochre. I didn't clean my brush out at all. And we're going to do some yellow around the top of this. Just kind of like that. And we're going to come back into our little yellow. Dab, dab, dab. And do the top. There's no lines there, so I'm just kind of making it up. Just like so. You haven't no snow, but we are 30 degrees the last couple of days. It has been in the teens, or the 20s here. Yeah, it's been cold. All right, so let's lay this over the front. Again, we still have to sand it. Let's put our little flowers on here. Okay, so there is our little flower bouquet, and we're going to do our container. Okay, now we're going to do our container blue, the blues. We're just going to move those out of the way. And we're going to do Colonial Blue, and Williamsburg Blue. Okay, these are our two blues. So let's do... I think I'm gonna do the inside, the lighter blue. No, let's do the inside, the darker blue. And if you want to, get yourself a little pencil and mark out. By the way, I got some new pencils because my pencil was out of lead. Just mark it. All right. Let's take our little paintbrush. Let's do the darker inside. And we'll do the lighter outside. Also do a pattern inside. Whatever you want to do. And I over painted the top and the bottom. All right, let's dry this. Let's do the lighter blue over the top of that. And this is Colonial Blue. You can use a sponge if you want to do it a little quicker. Probably less messy. I'm really going to sand this, so I'm not really too concerned with how it looks. After we get done with this one, we're going to do our little teacup over there. And that will be the two crafts that we're going to do today. Tomorrow, I don't really know what we're going to do. Maybe we will do, maybe we'll do the spring ducks tomorrow. I have those cut. Is there anything that any of you have a specific, like, even if it's just you, that you have any requests? I don't have everything cut, so I can't promise anything, but maybe what you would like me to craft, I have already cut. All right, and we're going to do this, the dark blue. It's like a basket with like the fabric. Oh, I was going to try to do it during the day. During the day, not in the evening. Daytime. A daytime craft. Yeah, Crafty Crate is at 7 tomorrow. Which you already know that. All right, let's do this. It's like a little, maybe a fabric piece that's kind of laid over the edge of the basket. We can do the spring ducks tomorrow. But if I have time, for sure, one of the big rabbits. Which big rabbit are you referring to? Which rabbit are you referring to? I don't know what you are. If you know the CK number, that's helpful. And I will paint the edges once I glue it. All right, let's do our stand. Let's do our stand. Let's do the stand white, the bleach sand. Let's do that there with the carrot. I'll have to look that up. All right, let's do the stand. I normally do not do a white stand, but I have an idea. Trying to remember a big bunny with a carrot. Don't remember which one that is. Listen, I don't name the kits, Michelle does. So until I see what she's named it, I don't really remember. Where do people post their finished projects? Because the Facebook page I joined is your store stuff. The Facebook group is called Amber's Crafting and Sharing Group. And people post not just like what they craft from my shop, like people post all kinds of things in there. Whatever they're working on. I'm gonna do the edge. A rabbit with the big ears. Oh, that's new. That's not in the shop yet. I just photographed that today. So I only have that one that got glued together. Oops. Yeah, some of the stuff that I did yesterday, she's got added the stuff I did today. She probably won't get to till tomorrow. But some stuff I only have one of. Like, it's only one thing is cut. All right, so I did a white stand. I think this is going to be really cute. Okay, so we're going to sand all of this now. And I'm going to stick all of my paints over here. All of my lids. I'm going to move so I don't get dust in them. And then we're going to do our teacup next. And we're going to use the pink with these colors on our teacup. So let's go ahead, let this dry, and we will come back and paint the edges of everything whenever we get done. And we're just going to start sanding our pieces. Alrighty, so I'm just going to lightly go over it. In no particular way, just lightly scuffing it. that one is done. Let's do the next one. Be really careful with these because they're just kind of hanging on there. There is the next layer. And this one. Jen Martin. I love that you put the name of the kits on the outside of the packaging when you ship them. Sometimes I order so much that I forget what I got. This makes it so much easier, and I really appreciate extra thought. So Jen, we started labeling our kits about 2 years ago. We didn't always do that. Like, your bag would come with a handwritten note of like what was in the bag. And then we moved to a barcoding system so that we can scan things. And so April labels every kit, which, if y'all can imagine, every kit has a label and a barcode, and they've all had to be like inventory, put in the system. It's a whole thing. But it took us the entire year last year to get everything barcoded and inventoried. So now that that's done, your bags, with the exception of some things, like our sun catchers, we don't barcode those. Some things that don't, some things don't have a barcode. Some things do have a barcode. It just depends. The keyword today is, the keyword is bloom, because these are in the spring collection. Or you can comment the word fresh. That takes you to the newest collection. So those are the words today. Bloom or fresh. I don't have a specific keyword for this collection, because these don't have their own collection. They're just in a spring or whatever. They're in like a main collection. Yeah. Yep. I'm probably going to have to paint the top of that because that got a little messy. Yeah, if you comment the word fresh, you'll get a message from my page in your messenger that will tell you to go, like, it'll give you a link in the chat to go to the page that has whatever the collections are, or products. I did make a St. Patrick's keyword. It's lucky. So if you want to go see our St. Patrick's collection, you can comment the word lucky. All right. So this is going to lay over the top of this. Like that. Look at how it's just coming together. I do want to sand this just a little bit more. Need a little more distressing. All right, let's do the rest of these. Our little flowers. Go over the top of that. Hello, Claire. How are you? You like these colors? Yeah. I like these colors too. Hello. This almost becomes like a baby blue color. It's really pretty. And I will paint the edges like I said, here in just a second. All right, now we're going to glue it together. And we're going to start by layering. So if you're watching this on the replay, the first video is going to be this one. The second video is going to be this other one. The colors I use are Williamsburg blue and colonial blue. Light color is colonial blue. Darker color is Williamsburg blue. And let me get my glue. Y'all, let me clean up this. Let me clip off all this yuckiness. It's so gross. So I just take these little cutters and I try to go around the top and like get it off. But I'm going to do this over here. Over the floor. This thing is gross. All right, that's a little bit better. Not perfect, but better. All right. Ooh, that's even better. Look at that. It's almost like it's new again. I got some on my fingers. All right, so my tip for you when you assemble these is to assemble them upside down so that you know that you get the stuff lined up. And your edges. Like your flush here, flush here. Your two tabs are going to be in the middle part. How's the weather? It's actually not that bad. It was a little chilly this morning, and then it was tolerable. I haven't been back outside since I got here. And I think I left my house at like 9:45 this morning. And before we put it in our stand, we're going to paint the outside of our container. Now, I did not paint all the edges. If you want to give it more of a detailed look, you can do the edges of all of your little layers. You can do it that way. I'm just not going to do that because I'm okay with that. But I am going to paint the outer edge of our pot. Thank you, Diana. I appreciate that. It is really helpful because think about it. Over the years, I was able to multitask really well. I have learned that I used to be able to like read comments, do my project, do whatever, and I would stay on it. And then I'm like, I have to pay attention now. I've been working on trying to pay better attention to what I'm doing because I have a lot of attention issues. And let me tell you that I don't always see every comment that comes through. But if I do see it, I do try to address it if I see it. If I don't, well, I hope that everybody helps each other out. And it is really helpful to me too. It was 10 in Rhode Island at 4:30 a.m. Dang, that's cold. It's really cold. He said they're calling for snow in Atlanta. I saw that. I saw that. I did. All right, so we don't want to add the glue to this part. We want to put it on here. And again, I'm going to flip it upside down so that I can make sure that everything is good to go. This color almost matches my nails exactly. Alabama, getting snow. All right, before we put this piece on the front, actually, no. Let's go ahead and paint this. Or let's go ahead and glue this on. And this goes right along the front. Oops. Just like that. Super duper cute. We'll glue on our little flowers. They're the same, so it doesn't matter where you glue them. Now, I did a lot of green in my layers. You could do colors. You can switch it up and do something more colorful. I did the back row with some purples because I thought that would be really pretty. Just be really careful because these are just layered pieces in there. All right, now we're going to do our edges. You almost don't need a stand for these. They are, the reason why, okay, sometimes we add a stand, sometimes we don't. The reason I added a stand to this because I wanted people, if they wanted to be able to glue, like if they wanted to glue moss, like Spanish moss around or whatever they wanted to add to the base of this, they could. The other thing is sometimes, it's getting everyone to glue super flush and it stand up on its own. It will. But we have found that sometimes a lot of the freestanding things that are chunky, we have people who still have problems gluing things and getting it flush because they're using stuff like Stick Fast and it sticks so quickly that if it gets offset, it won't stand on its own. So I did go ahead and add stands to these because I just thought, you know, this is a lot of layers. This kit does take a lot of more materials to do. And so I added a stand and it gave people, you know, this cute little option if they wanted to do whatever. But yes, you are absolutely right. It almost doesn't need one because it's nice and chunky. But I did add one. I thought about not adding the tabs too. But I was like, a little Spanish moss on your little stand would just give it a little bit of like cuteness, like a little something. Okay, so we're going to do the outside of our container in the colonial blue. And then we're going to do the top part in the darker. And you can do the back side of these and make it double-sided if you want to. It's completely up to you. I know some of you guys like to paint the backs of yours. Oh, I didn't do the openings. It'll be fine. It'll be okie doke. And I am going to paint the top of my flowers. So cute. All right, let's get the darker blue, which is this one. Stick my finger in it. I'm going to do this the darker. Cute. Mark is filming another Christmas movie in Biltmore, Nashville. Oh, nice. Florida had snow. Oh, I saw somebody else had snow in Florida. I don't know where in Florida, but somebody did. All right, let's go into our bleach sand. I'm going to put the lid back on. And I'm going to shake it up again. And then I'm going to take the lid back off. And I'm going to paint the top of my flowers. Just because it's super kind of noticeable. And I'm going to try not to get it anywhere else. Are you tired?
Yes. I'm very tired.
Are you done with your tasks?
Huh?
Are you done with your stuff?
I mean, for today, yeah.
Okay.
For today, I am.
Are you riding with me or don't leave a car?
No, I'm riding with you.
Okay. Well, I have another little teacup to do.
You have a what?
I have a teacup to do.
Okay.
You'll have to come see this. It's cute.
Okay.
All right. Let's do the top of our...
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Isn't it adorable?
Yes, that's adorable.
And I'm going to do in the teacup. And this one is going to be done. Super duper cute. My goodness. Adorable. All right, let's put it in the stand. And this one will be done. I thought about adding little stitches to the stand, but I'm gonna just let it be. So that one is completed. Super duper cute. You could also add, you could stuff moss up in your, between your things. But I just think that is such a cute little shelf sitter. All right, let's do our little teacup. Okay, so our little teacup looks like this. Let's go over this one. So we have the back layer, the next layer, this layer, and then we have our little flowers. So we're going to do this one, the 3 different greens. We are going to incorporate the pink into this one. So just bear with me. All right, let's get our 3 little greens here. And actually, I think I'm going to not use the dark green. Let's swap out the avocado for a different green. Let me go grab another green. But we're going to keep the avocado toast, and we're going to keep the light avocado. Am I going to coordinate these? I'll probably do these different. Let's grab, what color are you? Lush green. This is lush green. I feel like it's super close. Let me... You know what? Let's just use these 2 greens. Let's just use these 2 on this. Let's not use the avocado. Make this one a little brighter. Okay, and we probably will not use the purple. Okay, so we're going to change this up just a little bit. All right, let's start with the back. I'm going to use a sponge for this one. And I'm going to do the dark in the middle. Oh, I need some green. I haven't even used my plate. And we'll use the lighter color. That is avocado toast. This one will need 2 coats. I should just put it on a plate, but I don't want to. Let's try that. So all 9 of these layered flower things are different. And they're super cute. There's 9 different ones. Is it hanging up?
Huh?
Is it hung up in there?
Yeah. When the green guy, when the little light strand gets hung up,
Oh.
it's like, so if you want to get that, you can't break it.
Yeah. All right, the next layer is going to be this one. And we're going to do, let's do some pink. Let's do some of the pink. That would be the French mauve on that layer. So let's do the bright green. Wait, let me see. Let's do the darker green. Yeah, let's do the avocado on that layer. Let's get our brush. And that one was this one. So we're going to do pink on our little buds. I think that's going to be adorable. And let's do this side over here. You could do these 2 different colors if you want to. We could do a pink and a yellow. Oh, wait a second. Could do pink and blue. Let's do the French mauve. This is the first time I've ever seen these kits before. Yeah, we released these back right before Christmas. That's so gross. All right, let's do French mauve. These are so adorable. You could do these every other one, like different colors. Or you could do them all same color. I think I'm gonna do that blue. I need a drink. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do this blue. And I gotta figure out what color I'm gonna do my little teacup. You could do it you could stamp it. I heard the thing go off earlier.
Yeah, I've been cooking all day.
You've been cooking all day?
Yeah, off and on. All day long.
She's not really cooking. She's shrink wrapping. All right. I think this is a cute combo. Okay, so let's lay this over the top of this. And then this one, let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do this like a yellow green. I just feel like it needed two different colors and I didn't want to do yellow over here. So I'm going to do like a yellow green. I say like a yellow green, but I'm afraid it's going to dry before I get to the green. probably have done a little bit of a brighter color. We'll see what it looks like. You know how succulents have this like the yellowy color to them? It's kind of what my thought was. Do like a brighter yellowish. This is a homemade color. This is yellow ochre and avocado toast. Just make up your own. Make up your own color. Oh, that's cute. All right, now we need to figure out what we're going to do on this one. You know what I missed? I missed this whole one right here. I just now saw that. Completely missed that. All right. Let's see. What color do I want to do on this? Let's do... What color do I want to do? What do I want to do on this one? Let's add that purple. I wasn't going to add the purple, but I think I want to add the purple. Let's do it. Let's add the purple. Let's do this color green mixed with some white. So this is going to be avocado, light avocado. No, what color are you? Yeah, light avocado. Let's take some light avocado. Let's mix it with some of that bleached sand. Make us a lighter, almost like an aloe shade. Because I'm out of aloe. I ain't got none of that. So we're going to make our own like aloe color. All right, let's do our little stalk. And let's come in with the light purple. That one is purple petal. We're going to do the light purple, and we're going to mix it also with some bleached sand. To a little light purple. I want these to be kind of colorful. Do a shade lighter over the top. All right. So let's see how our little teacup looks. That is super cute. I think I like it. Now, here's the thing. If you want to change the order of these, you can push this to the back and do it over the front of this. like so, and you can put this one over the top like this. It's whatever you want to do, and then you can do this one over the top like this. So you can switch it up. All right, now we need to do the front. Okay, let's just lay those over there. All right, let's do another green for these. And I think what I'm gonna do is, let's do the darker green in the front. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Y'all will have to go check out these. They are a lot of fun. Okay, so let's come in here and do our little, we gotta keep out of our little cup because it has its own little area there. What about pink and blue and yellow flowers? I haven't decided what flowers I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure out what color my cup's gonna be first, but I wanted to go ahead and paint these green. Okay. So I think I want to do, I'm gonna do I feel like I want to do a creamy cup. Y'all, give me just a second. I'm not frozen. I'm brainstorming because I don't have an idea of exactly what I want to do with my cup or these flowers here. So I need to think about what I'm going to do here really quick. This is the middle piece that goes here. Let me think for just a second. Let me look at my stencils really quick. Give me just 1 second. To do something busy. Need something dark to show you. Like this is, see, you can't really see this one. And we have like this one. Got these little flowers. We could do like random little flowered dots. But then I'm like, it's a lot of flowers on flowers. And there is this one. It's a whole pattern of flowers. And we have like that one. That's too busy. See, I feel like it's just too busy. This one is like leaves. If I'm being honest, I really want to stamp it. So this is sand color. I was thinking about doing a yellow cup with a white flower. Then it would give us a yellow center in our flower. And then we could do white flowers or like lighter colored flowers or flowers that are these colors that in the background. Let's just do that. Let's do that. Let's do a sand. It's called sand. It looks very yellow. We're going to do a yellow cup. And we'll see how it turns out. I don't think I've ever used this color. I would not have imagined that this is sand. I would have thought that sand would have had like a brown tone to it, but this is very much a yellow. Very yellow. Let's get a different brush. Let's use this brush. I like the creamy color. It's kind of bright. It's not like a white, it's like creamy. We'll do our edges after we glue it. And then for our yellow center of our flower, I'll do like the darker yellow. I'll see how shaky my hand is. Okay, I've done a green and white handle, our yellow cup. Oh, maybe it depends on where the sand is. That's true. If you saw our sand, you'd be like, that is not sand. It's like a pretty creamy color. A crackle would have been cute on this too. Thank you. yellow cup. And let's do the middle of this flower with the yellow ochre. And then once we glue it, we'll paint the edges. Now let's do this, the bleach sand. I'm going to do green dots on it. Like a yellow and green. I feel like we're bringing the 80s back. That is cute. Okay, these flowers here, let's shade all of our colors with another shade of white. So let's go into our pink. That's French mauve. Let's get us some bleached sand. Let's tone down this pink for our flower. Cute. Perfect. Okay, let's clean that out. And then let's get our purple. That one was purple petal. And let's tone it down further than we had over here. So let's do a really super, super light purple shade. And then we'll do a super light blue shade. Because, you know, these are separate flowers. Let's get our blue, which was, where is the blue color? Blue. I'm out of blue colors, so let's get us some more. And we're going to take that blue. Dinner's done. And to make that super light. I think those are just adorable. Alrighty. Okay, now that our flower is dry, I can hold it. Let's paint the middle and the edges. of our flower. It's going to go on our cup. And we're getting really close to the end. We're almost done. All right. That's going to go on our cup. We painted the center. Now let's paint the center of these, the true ochre. I'm gonna dry them. It's French mauve. I think somebody said that Deco Art doesn't have French mauve anymore, so I'm really sad. But if you Google alternative to Deco Art French mauve, I bet you some blogger has come up with some alternative that's very close to it. I just don't have that for you. Unfortunately, I don't have an alternative. All right, and we're going to do our stand white. Mastermind is supposed to be, we're supposed to leave and go on Sunday, and it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I already booked our hotel, and we're literally waiting to figure out what the weather is going to be on whether or not we go, because Sunday is when a lot of areas are going to be getting snow. I just want to see what the weather is like before. I had to book our hotel regardless. Like, I couldn't wait till the last minute. It is what it is. But we don't have to leave right away on Sunday, so we can kind of like see how the weather is going to be and like what does it look like in the areas that we have to travel, and then where we're going. So we will see how it goes. All right, go ahead and do the edges. Yeah, we're supposed to leave on Sunday and travel partway there Sunday and the rest of the way on Monday, get there Monday evening. And then we're ready for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okie doke. Everything's painted. Don't need to paint anything else. We just need to sand, let our stand dry. That one's done. So we're going to start sanding from the back to the front. And I'm going to leave that open. I don't need my French mauve anymore. Okay, so that one's done. This one is Williamsburg blue. This one is colonial blue. Light avocado. Avocado toast. Yellow ochre, which golden straw is good too, if you want to do golden straw. This one is purple petal. That would be this one. And this one is wild orchid. That color there. And then this one is Purple Rain, which I did not say in the beginning. I went and got that color. And then I also went and got the sand color. Everything here. So we do need to use our, oh, y'all look at that. I missed that whole side. Let me get that. How did I miss a whole edge? Not paying attention. Imagine that. Alrighty. I shouldn't need any more of that one. And that is bleached sand. So those are all the colors that we used. And then I did some color shading with bleach sand, just changing the shades. So let's start sanding the back. I like sanding. If you don't like sanding, don't do sanding. All right, let's do the next one. This color I made up by mixing colors. And this purple. Oh, careful with that. Don't be as rough as I am. Cute. And this one. Okay. Now, I'm going to do green dots on my cup here. So we're going to get light avocado. Actually, yeah, let's just do the light avocado. Oh, I can't get it open. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I got it. Goodness gracious. Holy cow. There's a big piece right here that's super dry and yucky. Okay, my lid's clean now. I really should do better. All right, let me find my little tool. All right, so I've got this little tool here. It's got like a really nice point on it. So I'm gonna go in and we're gonna do dot, dot, dot. I don't want my dots very big, so I want them to be really tiny. I want it to kind of look vintagey. I feel like it's going upwards. So cute. So cute. Okay, we're gonna come over this way and we're gonna do one here, here, here. And here, here, here. I know my pattern changed. I didn't remember what I was doing, but it's fine. See, they're like right there together. I should have moved it over. It is what it is. It's my little cup. It's cute. I think it's adorable. All right, let's dry it. And then we got to paint our edges. I don't want to smudge it. I think that's good. All right, let's glue on our little flower. I'm going to sand the edges of my flower just a little bit more. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm almost done, y'all. I did 2 projects. So we did this one already, and we're just finishing this one. So if you missed the beginning, you'll have to go back to the replay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this flower on. To the front. We're going to glue on our little centers of these. I'm going to pop them out from the bag. mess up the paint finish. All right, the bigger one goes in the middle. So this one's gonna go here. Flower. And this one will be next. Oh, a chipped cup would look like? Oh, I bet that'd be adorable. I will tell you, I am planning on doing the cross with the buttons with a chippy look because I think that's going to be really cute. I almost thought about using some spackle paint. Oh, thank you, Carmela. That is cute. All right, now let's glue all of our little pieces together, shall we? So we're gonna glue this one to this one. And I did switch it up. And definitely start at the bottom, like do it upside down so you can see what you're working with. Could this be two-sided? Yes, you can paint the back side. I didn't. I'd be here all night and I wanted to do two of these. I didn't do the back side, but you absolutely could paint the back side and have it be completely finished all the way around. Okay, so just remember that the tabbed pieces, these are tabs. They go in the middle. They are the middle pieces. You can't glue, you can't put these on the edge because then it won't fit in your opening. So just keep that in mind, how they go together. But you can layer these two, this one and this one, in whichever order you want it to be in. So I changed my mind and I'm going to put these flowers in the front on top of these. Because I just think that that's really cute. And then I'm going to paint the outside of my cup after it's glued together. You cannot tell me that's not the cutest thing. Super cute. I really want to do like a striped handle or something to my cup. Look at how adorable that is. But the handle needs something different. Okay, let's paint the cup and then we'll figure out our handle because I'm really unsure what I want to do. But we're going to paint. Let's just do it. Let's paint our cup. You can take your dots around the edges if you want to, if you decide to do that. Like I said, you could do front, back, you could do all the sides. This might need 2 coats. Let's go back over it. My hand just touched it. Oh, we're almost done. I do feel a sense of accomplishment this week. So far, I did get multiple projects done this week, and it's only Wednesday. Yesterday, I didn't get any projects done because I was gluing stuff together, but I do feel like I've tried to do 2 projects. It's going to help me get more tutorial stuff done so you guys have examples. I'm going to go ahead and paint this handle yellow because I just feel like it's... I'm just going to continue. With the color. I can't see. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I didn't get it on there. I mean, that cat is so cute. All right, let's try that. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think it looks great. I hope y'all like my ideas for the colors. And they look totally different from each other. So undecided what I want to do with my little handle. There's a chunk of paint right there. Let me fix it. I'll get some cocoa. I'll get some cocoa. I'll be right back. I'll get some cocoa. We're going to take some cocoa. We're going to wet our brush. We're going to get some of this cocoa here. I'm going to come in with some water. a little bit darker. Right there. Get some more water. I'm going to kind of age the handle a little bit. Just give it a little. And then let's do this cocoa with a water, like a water wash, like a watercolor. Just need some more water. I'm just mixing water with it. You know, you just kind of have to use some creativity. Let's do the bottom. Of our cup. Like just a little. Just so it feels like a little aged. Like it goes. And then up top around here. And then this little edge. Kind of like that. You love this? I love it too. I'm so glad you like it. Really cute. Super cute. All right, let's do the edges. Just a little, not a lot. Just at the top. At the bottom. At the bottom over here. And then right through there. Let's do this side. Just a little bit. Okay, I think that is super cute. Adorable, adorable, adorable. Will the button crafts be available? My goal is to work on getting them all available in the shop tomorrow. We just have the crosscut. Mason is working on the other ones. I sent them to him today in a folder and said, can you go ahead and do the rest of them? And they will all be available. But they probably won't be, the other ones won't be in the shop until probably next week. But the cross, I do have the cross. It's ready to go. Michelle worked today to get the new stuff put in the shop so I can list them. I haven't had any time today. I had to glue a bunch of things. If you saw what was behind me, you would be like, holy cow, Holy cow. Yeah. I got a ton of stuff glued together today. And that's why I was kind of on a little later today. All right. Clean this up. Put my tools away. And my glue. My lid's not fitting anymore. Pencil, my sandpaper. This floral goes over here. Brushes. I didn't even use my plate, y'all. That's a miracle. That never happens. Never. It never, never, never happens. Well, I showed you, but I didn't show everyone. Not everybody was here. I have dried paint flakes everywhere. Alrighty. I will go over the colors one more time. Let me show you how this turned out. And I will show you a cute this looks. And then that one. So let's zoom you out. Come on, there we go. This is how the first one turned out. Really, really, really cute. And you can paint the backside if you want to and finish it. I obviously did not. Would have taken me longer to do that. And then here is our little cup. Oops, that we did. That one is super cute. I did a white stand on both of them. So here is how they both look beside each other. There's something different. This one has more of a blended look. This one has more of like a layered look. Like clearly these are flowers and you've got greens and then you've got your purples in the back in your little, container. I think the cup is so cute. And there are 9 different ones of these. You paint out of the lids most of the time. I used to do that. I stopped doing it because I started making messes with my lids. But these two are super cute. Right there. And then let me show you what I did today. So today I glued together the Easter gnomes. And there is a set of 5 of those. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this one we did yesterday. I also did this one today. We have a tulips basket. We have the eggs basket there. I did that one yesterday. I did this one today, the Easter blessings. I bought these new risers. I'm going to paint them, make them look a little distressed. This one I did today. Again, I left it with a stand so that you could add some moss or something around your little bunnies coming out of the egg. Super cute. So that one's a cutie. This is a set of 3. This one has its own stand. And then you have this one right here. There's 2 on a stand. So you can put them with each other, or separate. Yesterday we did that. This one I did, and it's coming. I did this one today. I did this one today. Little bunny coming out of a little teapot. And then what else did I do today? What else? I don't remember what else I did today, but I did do I did do these today, and I'll show you these. Wait. Oh, it's not what I did today. Oh goodness, some of these don't belong in here. I put them in the wrong thing. These are add-ons for the lantern. Where is it? Hang on. Some of these don't go in here. We got a dog, we've got a bear, we've got this Highland cow, we've got the penguin. Oh, these do not go in here. These are not done yet. So those and that one, the cherries, this one, popsicles. This is not done. This one is not done. Okay, all of these are completed. So where's my stands? Where is my lantern? The heck? What the heck? Where did it go? Is it over here? No, it's probably add-ons. Oh, this one. This one is, these all have to be done too. So let me just show you. Okay, so we've got our little berry basket. We've got the little teacup. It's reversible. We have this little tiny basket. We have the lantern. And then we have all these little add-ons, and these are all new. So this whole basket I got glued together today. And they're super cute. So all of these will be added. There's butterflies. There's a ladybug. There's 2 different bees. There's another bee. There's a little frog. The little cow. Super cute. This cow. There's a cat with yarn, and then there's, for the dog lovers, there's a dog with the hydrant, the bones, the little rope, and then the dog in the back. I went ahead and did these because even though they're like kind of Valentine's, and this one, I'm like, I will just go ahead and do it. So what I did not get done today is, any of these right here for summer and stuff, and then, these are duplication, like these are this little bases, and the ones that like the watering can. These are all just, they're in the shop, they're just not crafted. And so these are add-ons ready to craft. So these are ready to craft. These are glued together, so these are already assembled, and then these are not in the shop yet, which means they need to go with these, which maybe these are duplicates. I don't know. I'm going to stick them in this little bin right over here because I got to do these tomorrow. And then there's a bunch of winter and stuff that aren't done. So this one is add-ons not in the shop. So that is my to-do. These are already glued together, which those need to be labeled. These are also already done. And this is was my agenda today, is to get this stuff done. And then I got all of this done like this past week. And then all of these will get put into a container because they're not painted, but I just wanted to set them here so I have like an example of what I did get done. So you can see, like, here's the tulip basket, and then here is the eggs in the basket. Super cute. So all of this is coming. This is the button cross, and it has an easel back to it. This one is coming. And I did edit I filmed myself putting this together, and I edited it today. It's not voiced over, but I did speed it up a little bit. Y'all, I just knocked everything over. It's like 4 minutes assembling this, and it took no time. So Oh goodness, butterflies. We have a bunch of stuff still coming. We're just not even remotely close to being done. But anyways, thank you so much for being here. If you want to go check these out, if you comment the word bloom, they are in the spring collection. If you comment the word fresh, currently they are in the newest collection as well, because these are part of our new release that we release at the end of the year. So hopefully you go check these out. There's 9 different styles of these, and each one of them has different flowers and different containers. So I will be back tomorrow to craft with you guys. Butterflies. Are you asking about butterflies? We have butterflies. We have butterflies in the shop. If you go to the shop and search the word butterflies, you'll find all of the butterfly things. So hopefully you guys have a great evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to go home and I will see you guys tomorrow. If I can come on tomorrow day, I will craft the spring ducks. If I don't get a chance to craft with you, I'll be crafting with the Crafty Crate subscribers, and then I will probably see you Friday. So y'all enjoy your evening, and I'll see you next.